Hello, can you hear me now? JT2030, can you let me know if you can hear me now? And thanks for swinging by, Martin. It's a holiday where you're at. Thanks for letting me know. But yeah, you're in ETWO and NAOV. Okay. Yeah, I'm a little disappointed I couldn't get up this morning. I stayed up too late last night. Because I think I missed some pretty good plays. Yeah, ATWO looks like it could have been a great play. I'll pull that one up. Wow. From 2 to almost 3. Nice. Yeah, the only one I'm in is NAOV, but there'll be some more opportunities here. Press releases will start dropping. Thursdays are usually decent days. Decent press releases. Good morning, Alex. How's it going? Apologies for jumping on late again. This is why I don't charge. I mean, it's one of the many reasons I don't want to charge for live streaming or anything, is because I kind of want to do things on my schedule, but I need to try to get here on the time I say. But I've been trying to finish up a project and I've been staying up way too late, but almost done, so it'll be worth it. Besides Martin, is anybody else in any positions before I'll go over a recap of yesterday, what went right, and what we're looking for today, but just curious if anybody else is in any positions. I'm gonna look at my alerts to tease myself to see what all I missed today. According to my alerts, though, it doesn't seem like there's been. I have 0 alerts this morning, so there must not have been a whole lot of action this morning. That's good. I didn't miss much. I'm surprised I didn't alert this one, but maybe it didn't go up high enough. But in the meantime, I'm gonna do a little research on NAOV. See what's going on with it, why it's popping, why it popped after hours. Looks like it was an after hours runner from yesterday. Yeah, I don't really see why it ran. Maybe y'all see something, but reading a comment, looks like regular trading hours is the way to go nowadays. And then somebody said, I agree, pre-market has been brutal. It has been a little slow for small caps. Of course, when I start live streaming, that's when it gets slow. But It comes in phases. There's always something to play, but some pre-markets are, I mean, in January, that was my best month. Uh, Made a little over 60K that month. And man, there were so many opportunities because I don't like to go too heavy on one position. Again, a little unorthodox. Most people wait for that perfect A plus setup, enter it. They might go days without taking a trade. That's probably a very good strategy, but I like I will enter more plays, just not as heavy. So I like when there's a lot of action. Whenever it switches to markets like this where there's not a lot running, I probably should focus more on just entering A plus setups, but I love when the small caps are just like popping, firing off, because they'll just shoot up 100, 200%, and they come right back down. And the next one will shoot up 100, 200%, and they come right back down. Because with small caps, it's like whatever's getting attention. So people will move on to the next ticker. When they sell out of the position, it usually causes selling pressure. So, but January was beautiful, beautiful. My trade alerts were going off, going ham like all day. I mean, exaggerate, not all day, but like throughout the day, a bunch of alerts. But most of y'all know how it is, so just like with everything, it's in waves. But there's been some decent opportunities beginning of this week at least. Hopefully we'll get some more today. But since there's not a lot right now, I'll let y'all know when I get an alert. I'll go over some of the plays from yesterday. I did not enter a lot of plays yesterday though, but I'll pull up the ones that I did play. Got a new subscriber already this morning. Thank y'all. Haven't said anything probably worth subscribing to this morning, but I appreciate it. So let me get it pulled up. So the main one was obviously IVF. That was the main ticker that I played and people in my circle group played. Sorry, I'm trying to adjust my screens right now. It's kind of laggy, but anyways, this was the obvious play from yesterday. I didn't wake up in this 4 o'clock range, so I missed this initial spike. I wish it still had the arrows from yesterday, because this was one of my, pretty proud of this one to be honest. Entered when it fell below VWAP, took profits at 2, almost timed it perfectly. And there's a reason behind that. It wasn't necessarily luck. It's these 2, 3, $1 like hard numbers. Sometimes they're their own psychological level. It'll be hard for it to break through. And my strategy is whenever it falls below VWAP to ride it down to the 200 EMA, because it will eventually hit it, just like it did like 5 minutes into after hours yesterday. But I will sometimes close out my position right before it hits the 200 EMA. And the reason for that is because sometimes it doesn't like hit it before it pops again. And this is a perfect example. Like it was going to hit it, then it pops back up. But anyways, that was kind of my mindset behind it. Then it did rally. You know, this is the play I talk about from 9:30 to 10 o'clock. These momentum plays will try to test pre-market highs, and it's usually a beautiful entry somewhere right before it gets to pre-market highs. And the beauty of it is, even if it breaks pre-market highs, which they usually don't, but if they do, it's a small loss if you get out. But if you get it right, you can leave a lot. I mean, there's a lot of money to be made, because, you know, from 320 all the way down to 230, almost $1 move. So this is my biggest play yesterday. Not much else to say besides that. It's kind of cool because it incorporates like all of my strategies. So it's the pop, it's the VWAP fade, and then it's the pre-market test of highs. That's like the 3 trades I make, and it kind of incorporated all of those. A lot of opportunities with this one yesterday. Let me pull up what else I traded yesterday. I didn't trade that much yesterday because there weren't a lot of opportunities. And I usually send out like the trades I make in my in the free circle group, but I did not yesterday. I just sent out the best play, but it ended up being like a $1,800 day. Not terrible for how slow the market's been, but I like to see it a little north of that. But green is green, so I'm trying to be more appreciative. In the meantime, I'm gonna keep an eye on NAOV. But yeah, I wish I would have got an entry up here, but I think this still isn't a bad entry. And I'm in small, only 200 shares. That gives me room that if it does want to rally a little bit, I got room to play. But with it being an after hours pop, there's still a lot of range on this because it could easily get back to this level by end of week for sure, potentially today. It'll definitely probably get, I shouldn't say definitely, but there's a very good chance it's going to fall down to the 200 EMA before end of day. So that's not a bad move for my entry, about $1. But it would be nice if it breaks through that. Okay, another one I traded yesterday. So my second best play was RGC. Oh, that was a larger cap one. I'm just going to skip over that one because it's not really worth discussing, and it's not my strategy at TD.
OKYO.
Just got an alert. OKYO. It doesn't look like it's up that much yet, but it's trying to. It's not up at all. Oh, it's 8 o'clock. If y'all been on my live stream before, it's weird. Trade Ideas will just throw out like random ticker names at 8 o'clock, and that's the only time it's ever does that. But at 8 a.m. it does that. Not really sure the reasoning behind that. But anyways, sorry for that distraction. But SAGT was another one we played yesterday. So like I was saying earlier, there's 3 trades I typically take. This one is the pre-market pop. Love these. As you can see, it was trading the 450 range. It pops, rallies almost to $7. We entered a short, wrote it down. There was a few more of these yesterday, but I missed the entry on them. And then FRGT was the only other trade I took yesterday. And you can see why I liked this one. Pre-market pop. Long wick. Came back down. I didn't re-enter. I know some of my members entered on this pop and they made money. I wanted to see it get up a little bit higher, but it never did before I re-entered. But I did end up making a little bit on this one, but that's all I took. And if y'all know me, if y'all been following me long enough, that's not much for me. I'll trade throughout the day quite a bit, but I don't just like stare at my computer, just to make that clear. Like that's what I love about this strategy is I have my alerts set on trade ideas is what I use. And I'm usually doing quite a few, a different few things throughout the day. And I'll just have my laptop up with my alerts on. If my parameters are met, which is if a stock moves up 15% or more in 1 minute, it notifies me. And that doesn't mean I'm going to immediately enter. That just lets me know to put something on my radar, because a lot of times if they move up 15% in 1 minute, there's a good chance they're going to get to 50, 100%. So it's usually on my radar, and I'll come check it out, see if it looks interesting, either enter it or leave it alone, then go about my day. So, but there was like no alerts yesterday throughout the day, which is again very odd. So I actually don't mind the intraday pops too. If they go up too fast, too soon, most of y'all know this, they will get halted, but I'll play halts too.
Adil.
Just got an alert. ADIL. So I can't enter anything under $1 with TradeZero. So, and just to elaborate on my alert settings, I have it from 90 cents to $15. The reason I do 90 cents is because I want to know before it gets to $1, because a lot of times it'll get rejected.
ZCAR.
So I'm not going to be able to play this one. So I just got another alert, ZCAR. I'm entering this one for sure. Oh no, there's no shares. No. Dang, I had to be pretty early. Oh, this is a beautiful play. Oh my gosh, please give me some shares. No. I rarely run into this issue where I can't get locates because I get in so fast.
ZCAR.
This thing is booming. Maybe it's a good thing I haven't gotten in it yet, but I'm definitely going to try to get locates on this one. Oh my goodness. Wow, wow, wow. I'm in it. I finally got in it. So as you can see, 300 shares, I almost timed the top. Let's go up $100, but I'm gonna let this one play because I want it to give a lot back, but that was a pretty clean entry, I must admit. But a little bit of luck with that because it took me that long to get locates. So up 255 on this position. Breaking new highs. Hoping it gets rejected at 10. Probably not going to look to re-enter until it gets up to maybe the so I'm in 400 shares now, but I'm not going to look to re-enter until it gets
ZCAR.
in the $15-20 range. Yeah, no, these locates were outrageous for this one. Um, and it went up much higher 'cause I just checked too. So I got them for about 50 bucks per 100 shares. So I got 400. So it's about 200 bucks in locates, which is extremely high. But a move like this, I think I'll make it all back. But yeah, 375 for 300. Gee, so it's going up. Mine was $200 for, but it makes sense 'cause like I was saying, like I couldn't get shares, so for whatever reason, there is a supply and demand issue. Um, but keep checking because it's weird. Sometimes it'll be like $100 for 100 shares, and then you check back, and then
STKH.
it's like $4. But we're getting another alert, so maybe this one won't be as intense. STKH. It's not a bad pop, but there's not enough on it for me.
ZCAR.
So I'm gonna keep an eye on ZCAR. Yeah, I hate the locates were so high. Yeah, and I don't blame anybody for not jumping in on that. But for me, this is an A+ setup. Um, so I'm gonna let it ride. I could make, I mean, it's up over, it's up over what? Like 140, it got up to like 140, 150% when I entered. So, so I'm in about what, a $4,000 position. Yeah. So if it goes back to where it started, that could be about a 4K move. So hopefully I make it worth it. The problem is when locate fees are hard to get, or when locates are hard to get, less shorts enter. If less shorts enter, there's less pressure on the stock. So I don't, obviously I prefer for the locate fees to not be outrageous because I prefer more shorts to be able to jump in. But I haven't even looked at the news. So what's the news with this? I guarantee it's not worth this. I know this company though. I've traded it. I know it's a tiny market cap. Yeah, 2.89 million market cap. Not seeing any news yet. If y'all see anything, let me know. It's 698%. Yeah, no, that's why that makes sense, and that's why the borrow fee was so high, or the locate fee. Yeah, that was one of the highest ones I've seen in a while. So I basically just need to make 200 at least to cover,
ZCAR.
to cover those locates, but I'm up 300 now, so let's see. Yeah, that's a crazy borrow fee. Do y'all see any news? I don't really have any paid news alerts, so I basically just look at Webull or TradeZero, but I'm not seeing anything. Oh, it's only 30 bucks now? Oh no, mine's saying $121. Yeah, I paid 50 bucks for 100 shares, and I got 400, so I paid 200. This one's gonna pay me though, so I hope at least. Don't blame anybody for not wanting to enter this one though. That's a very expensive locates, and sometimes they go down. It's weird. So, but with this one having a borrow rate fee of 698%, that's high. But I would love to see this one fall below VWAP. Anyways, hopefully we'll get some more pops here. One, to bring attention away from this one, and two, another opportunity for us because those locate fees are ridiculous. So I'm in a small position with NAOV if anybody hopped on. I woke up late today, so I missed my favorite 4 a.m. pop. Had a pretty good little candle here. This is an after hours pop from yesterday. Entered when it tested VWAP right here. Only 200 shares. I'm going to ride this one down to at least the 200 moving average. But I'm going to be honest, I'm going to be paying a lot of attention to ZCAR because I'm in 400 shares and I paid a lot for locate, so I want this one to play out.
ZCAR.
And if you keep hearing ZCAR on the alerts, it does that when it falls below VWAP. So I have two alerts. One, when something is up like this and it falls below VWAP, it lets me know. And then I have the alert for if anything goes up 15% or more in a minute and at less than 100 market cap and all those parameters as well. But the point of the alert is if something drops or if something shoots up quick, I want to be the first to know. And one of the reasons why I want to be the first to know is because the locate fees are usually a lot cheaper if you get in early, but not the case with ZCAR.
ZCAR.
I feel like it's given that alert early because according to TradeZero, the VWAP is right here, like 872, but all good. I would love to see it fall below VWAP right here though, because it's not going to get a lot of, like, is anybody else in this position? I doubt it, because the locate fees are so outrageous. So I would love to see it fall below VWAP because there's probably not a lot of shorting pressure. You got for 30 bucks? Nice. Oh yeah, it's going down. Mine still says 50. And listen, I'm not going to tell y'all what's how do I say this? I'm not telling y'all to pay that because I can't give financial advice or anything like that. But my strategy is if it's a setup like this, I will pay a little bit more for locates. Like there might be $4,000 to make right here if I hold it all the way down. That's like best case scenario, but this is a nice setup.
ZCAR.
I will admit. Are the locate fees high? Absolutely. But if I think I can make over that 200 I paid easily, then I'll jump in. But I do not blame anybody for not wanting to pay those prices. I get it. I'm just talking about for me, especially with small caps being slow. Okay, up $500 in this position now. Let's go. And this is why, because this is a beautiful setup. So I think I'll make that $200 back pretty quick. Yeah, Adrian, yeah, sometimes I'll do that same thing. I'll just keep hitting the locate button until I get a price I like, because it's already changed. The last 3 times I've pressed it, the price has changed. I got $50, I got $89 now, and then I got $100+ 5 minutes ago. So keep playing around with it. Maybe something will be in your price range. I would love to see this close below VWAP, and it looks like it's going to. Good deal. I'm gonna be honest, I'm probably gonna just hold on to this. I'm not looking to take profits quickly on this one. I need to see if mine were single locates too. Franny in the alert in the group just alerted ZCAR. I love it. I love the participation in there. Y'all see everything. It's nice that I don't have to be the one to point them all out. So long story short, I appreciate the member alerts. And Martin, I don't know if you're still on. I know you said you were just swinging by to say hey, because you got things to do today. But appreciate the alerts this morning for NAOV. and ETWO. You should be in the money on both those from your entries. Oh, I'm not even looking at the stock. Let's go. Up 650 on this one. Up 700. Nice. So you and see, and this is kind of, again, a perfect example, like, of not, I don't know how to like word this poetically, but like, again, it depends on the setup with the locate fees. Like, I'm not going to pay a lot for a B setup, a C set. Well, I'll try not to enter any C setups, but like a B setup. But if it's, I consider this at least an A setup, potentially A plus setup, especially now that it's fallen below VWAP, and there's no news, and this company's broke. And let me see what its institutional ownership is. And I'm not saying it still can't pop up. There's still a lot of time. That's what's making me nervous because, oh, I wouldn't say nervous, but I'm always a little paranoid that it's going to come back and I didn't take profits. So, but I need to see if these were single use locates if I do want to close out some. Let me see. They charge me that much for single use locates? Yeah. So these are single use ones. So yeah, I'm probably going to hold it. Even though if I close right now, I would have made $400 on it, but I think there's more money to be made on this one. I hope I'm right. But anyways, what was I looking at? Oh yeah, the dilution tracker to see their position. What I really want to happen right now is something else to pop and to bring all the attention away from this ticker. That's the best case scenario. So ZCAR, according to dilution tracker, 5.8 million market cap. Oh my gosh, a tiny float. Less than 500,000. Oh goodness, that's a little lower than I like, but I wonder if I should take some profits. I'm up 700. I'm gonna take a little off right here just to secure a little bit of profit. So I closed out 100 shares. That gets a bear roar. And I'm going to sit on the ride out the rest. This at least just covered my locate fees if it reverses against me. But I wish those weren't single use. That stinks. But anyways, back to the dilution. I'm getting distracted. So $500,000 float, 5.8 market cap. Institutional ownership is less than 1%. So the company has 9.2 months of cash left based on quarterly cash burn of 1.68 million, and estimated current cash of 5.1 million. So not the worst cash position, but still not that great. They probably ran a offering recently. Anyways, NAOV. I'm in this one so small, it's hard for me to like really care about it right now when I'm in heavy with ZCAR. So I'm gonna be focusing a lot on ZCAR. Apologies in advance until I see something worthy of stealing my attention, but I'll let you know if there's any more alerts. But a little bit of excitement already, so that's good. I just hope this keeps falling. Still getting ridiculous prices, Alex. So I closed out of 100 shares and I'm still up 510. So I'm feeling good about this one. Feeling good about it. Keep falling. Should look at levels. I'll look at levels in a little bit to see where it might. I'll look, actually, I like looking at levels on my phone. I'm weird. I'm such a mobile trader. And most of y'all know this because I'm sure a lot of y'all are in my the free circle group I have, but I trade on my phone mobily. I do this so I can live stream. So I'm so used to like looking at things on like my cellular phone that I prefer to even look at levels on like my Webull app. So yeah, this no super clear levels on this one. It's just been tanking since like beginning of the year. This thing had a reverse stock split on in March last month, so makes sense why the share could. I don't know why I got a message that my, it's weird when I create this YouTube live, it gives me a link to share, but when I share it in the group on my live stream, in I haven't tried it yet, but I keep getting reports that it's not taking everyone directly there, so I'm not really sure what the issue is. Is that happening to y'all, or is the link taking y'all? And I'm referring to the live stream event in the circle group. Does it work for y'all, or do y'all have to like find me on YouTube? Because that's annoying. Because I mean, annoying for y'all. I want it to be simple. You shouldn't have to. So I'll see what I'm doing wrong. NAOV up 74. ZCAR up about 500. It might try to test VWAP here. Oh, good. Thanks for letting me know. I just almost like every day, well, maybe not every day, but frequently somebody messages me and says that the link doesn't work. So, oh, good. Yeah, the locate fees are still high. $100 for 100 shares. That's crazy. I mean, I paid, mine weren't cheap, but it wasn't that much.
Kids.
I'm sure y'all heard, got an alert for KIDZ. And if it gets attention, it might pull attention away from ZCAR, but that's if it actually gets attention. So let's see. KIDZ. No, it came straight down. Dang. That's not going to take people's attention away. Big pop. And it's I've noticed in this too, these pops, like I like when they fall down quick, don't get me wrong, but like they're not sustaining at all. I don't even have time to enter it. They're just dying immediately. I really would love to see something take attention away from this one though. And now KIDZ is negative. Look at this. These stocks are wild. Can't imagine going long on these plays. I'm on mute for like 30 seconds. I'm getting a phone call I need to answer real quick. Looks like ZCAR is testing VWAP.
ZCAR.
The part that concerns me with ZCAR is there's not a lot else moving. So, again, I probably should use better verbiage. I'm not concerned, but I would like to see something else pop to steal attention away. Because right now it looks like it is getting the money flow. About 5 million shares have been traded, so would love to see something else pop. But I'm feeling good about this play. Because even if it doesn't drop immediately, this one will die. Because I still don't think there's... Did anybody found any news? Because I still haven't found any news. And those are my favorite ones. Because the ones that pop due to a Discord pump or no news or whatever, those are the ones that usually die. Die off. Falling back below VWAP, good sign. Especially that candle, a long wick like that. That's a very good sign. Not really. I don't really watch the volume. That's a good question, but I mean, again, there's things that matter like that for sure, but I just don't like pay. I try to keep it pretty simple. Obviously, I want to see volume dying off, but it doesn't really like change how I look at it, if that makes sense. Like, same thing with float. Like I brought up float earlier. I'll enter a float this small or a float much bigger if it's an A+ setup. What's more important to me is that it's a trash company that can't hold its gains, and dang, this candle recovered pretty well, but trash ticker that has a history of not holding its gains, dilution, offering, low institutional ownership, and it's up 100% plus like this on no news. Like, that's the main thing I pay attention to. Technicals, when it falls under VWAP, obviously I consider that a good entry. And then to short on the pops that test highs, but I don't pay too much attention to the volume, no. But I don't blame people for doing it. I'm not saying it's bad to look at it, but I just don't do it. I haven't found like a correlation that makes complete sense to me. But maybe I should look into it more. But I have some though. But again, if I don't see a direct correlation, like if the volume does this, then the price does, this, I don't pay too much attention to it. But I would love for the volume to die on this one. That would be beautiful. That's why I keep saying I hope something else pops, because it'll pull attention away from this one. Because it's turning into the one that's getting the money flow. Which is wild to me that people are jumping in a stock up 120%. Like, the move's already been made. Could it make more of a move? Yeah, it could. But the risk versus reward for longing this right now is just not in your favor. Yeah, I do like to see a lower float. I do, but when it gets under 1 million, I'd be lying to say it doesn't make me a little nervous, because these things, I mean, these tickers that are under a million, they can make some massive moves. But just like they can make some massive moves up, they can completely crash quick too. So it's like a double-edged sword. I prefer floats in like the 1 million to 5 million range, to be honest. But I'll play them all. I mean, as long as it's under my 100 million market cap, that's more important to me because I've noticed if it's over 100 million market cap, a lot of times they'll grind up instead of making moves like this. And like deep down, I'm a scalper and you know just day trader at heart. So if these locates weren't expensive, I would have already taken profits here, then got back in up here and write it down. Like I like to scalp, jump in and out. I'm not doing that because these are single use shares. Um, so I don't mind a low float that's volatile because I can find ways to make money on that. But the larger market caps are the ones I don't like 100, 200, 300 million plus because they grind up slowly and I can't trade those. I mean, it's hard for me to average up, get out, things like that. So that makes a lot of sense, Adrian. Yeah, yeah. If you see me making a weird face, I got to put a curtain up in this room because again, like I said, I mostly trade mobile before I started doing these live streams, which I enjoy now. And thanks for hopping on, everyone. Appreciate it. Each day, more and more people are hopping on, so greatly, greatly appreciate it. Um,
Kids.
so kids is popping off again, according to not much, but I hope it's enough to steal attention away. I support it. Not looking for an entry anywhere near these levels. Let's go. Keep going up. Take attention away. Watch. You will see I can't promise it, but if kid starts taking off, getting a lot of money flow, you will directly see money start outflowing out of ZCAR. But there might be an entry for kids soon, to be honest. Let's see. It's up almost 50% now. Yeah, if it gets to that 170, I'm getting locates on it. It's getting, yeah, it's already in 170. Yeah. I might enter this one at like 175, 179. But it doesn't look like it's going to get there. Dang. So that probably wasn't enough to pull attention away from ZCAR, I bet. Let's see. Nope. Couldn't sustain it. I want kids obviously to KIDZ to pop one, so I can get an entry on it, but two, just to steal some attention away from ZCAR. I know I keep saying that, but that's what I need to see. I want something else to pop. See, this is what's frustrating about it being a single use, because I would have probably taken my full position out where I took that one out, but I didn't want to have to pay $100 per 100 shares. So back at break even. This $10 test will probably be big. Check FTCI and NVNI. FTCI. I missed this one, but that was it definitely shot up. Yeah, I don't know why I didn't get an alert for that one. NVNI. No, I like this move. This isn't a bad move, but I can't short anything under $1. Can you? Or what? Where do you short? Because yeah, this is up. Oh yeah, this is a beautiful play if you can short it, but I can't because it's up over 100%. So this is where it should be, around this 25 cents, and it's all the way up to. Yeah, no, this one will give back all of its gains at some point. I won't be interested in it until it gets to $1. But if this gets to $1, I'm very interested. What was the first one? FTCI. Did this one have any volume? Because that's just it looks weird. FTCI. Oh yeah, that's why this one looks weird. It doesn't have any. It's only had 5,000 shares traded. I like to see at least about 100,000 shares traded, just because when they're so low like this, it's kind of the bid and ask are insane. Yeah, like this one is the bid is $3.30 and the ask is $3.75. So kind of hard to trade that. Oh, kids is moving again. Let's see. Support it. Oh, I got an entry on it too. Thanks for the heads up. So I'm in 500 shares now, up 55 bucks. It's not pulling attention away from ZCAR yet. It's almost more concerning that it's not pulling attention away. Man, this would be a beautiful re-entry, but I can't pay 100 plus for these shares. But yeah, this is a pivotal moment. See if it can hold over the pre-market highs. This would be a beautiful time for kids to make a new high to steal attention away. Please, come on. I don't even care if I'm negative in this position. That's all right. Dang, I think it's popping though. Whew. I might need to try to get out of this one.
Kids.
So I closed out of 500 shares because I want this one to run. So I'm only hanging on to 500 right now. I'm gonna close out the other 500 if it gets back to 193. It did. What stinks is this thing probably will tank back down, but I'm just gonna take a little loss on it because it's looking very bullish. Perfect timing though. That might be what prevented the ZCAR from getting momentum. So that was a perfect time for kids to pop when ZCAR was testing pre-market highs. Yeah, I hope this one stays bullish. Hope none of y'all are in it, me saying that, but probably not a bad entry right here at above $2, but yeah. Yeah, I really want to enter this one again, but I'm not going to. I'm gonna let it play out more, see where it wants to decide where the highs are. That was a crazy move though for that wick to go all the way up here, it to come down, go negative, and now it's breaking new highs. It's crazy. Let's go. Let's take attention away from ZCAR, please. There we go. I love these candles like this because that's showing it can't hold above 10. So very good sign. Wish I would have, normally I would have re-entered right here, but with these locate fees, I'm happy with where I'm at, 300. I'm in the 3K position. That's good enough for now. Because I'm pretty confident in this play, I will admit, but again, it's extremely low float. There's not a lot moving. Now that kids is moving, it's making me feel more comfortable. It's a trash company. It's going to fall down. That's why I'm only in 300 shares. So I might can let it play a little. But the key is another stock like this stealing the attention. So I'm glad that's happening. And like I've said before, y'all have probably heard me if y'all been on my live streams before. 7 to 9:30 is actually my least profitable hours because of these insane PRs where they catch heat. 4 to 8 most profitable, and intraday most profitable. I make a lot of money in from 7 to 9:30, but when I do take losses, this is about the only time frame I take losses, and you just saw me take a small one for kids. Because this is the period that all the day traders, the degenerate small cap pumpers are pumping stocks. And I don't mean that in a bad way. I love it. I love the volatility. And I'm kind of a degenerate trader too, shorting small caps. But this is when they pump and get out of control. So I try to be very cognizant of getting out of positions during this time frame before they get ugly, if that makes sense. I would love to see it fall below VWAP here. And a lot of people would have stopped out here. And I want to talk about this, my strategy. See, it technically did break a new high. A lot of people, if the high was 1043, they'll set a stop loss at like 1045 or whatever, 1044, 1050. You would have got stopped out. So my strategy's always been I don't jump out if a new high is broken. I jump out if a new high is broken and sustained, meaning it closes above that. Because see, it proved on this candle it was not ready to break a new high. It tried, immediately got rejected and fell down. And the reason I do that is because I used to have the tight stop loss where as soon as it made a penny more, or if it got a penny higher than what it was trading for, I would stop out. And then a lot of the times it would immediately dive down, and extremely frustrating when that happens. These kids acting up. Kitty, you got jokes? Hope to see this falls below VWAP though. It's been kind of painful, so wish I would have went a little heavier on NAOV, but that's all right. Up $80 on this one. Since I didn't wake up early, my P&L is looking sad today. I haven't really closed out of many positions. Come on, kids, keep getting bullish. I'm rooting for you. I'll let y'all know if anything else pops up. Just so I'm not just talking to be talking. Might be quiet here for a little bit, but if y'all have any questions, let me know. I'm just going to keep an eye on ZCAR, KIDZ, and NAOV with an emphasis on ZCAR. This one can be the make or break for me, to be honest, because I want to let it ride out. So I would love to see it fall below VWAP and die off. And if it does, I'm holding it all the way down, I think. Obviously, price action it'll depend on that, but the 200 EMA is about 430. That's a massive move. So I want to see it. I want to see it start diving down. 930 will be market opens in 30 minutes. That's going to be the real test. Because if y'all been following me, y'all know that I love the 930 to 10 test of pre-market highs. So there's a good chance it might test this level again if it doesn't fall and break new lows. So the next 30 minutes will be entertaining, especially the next hour. But let me know if y'all see anything interesting. If not, I'm going to just keep an eye on ZCAR as it falls below VWAP. Let's go. Let's go. See, kid is getting bullish. I'm not making this up. There's a correlation with another stock is booming like this, it will steal attention away. So love to see this. Love to see this. But anyways, like I said, ask it. If you have any questions, ask. If not, I'm probably just gonna chill for a second. glad we got out of kids when we did. Katie said ZCAR is trying to bounce off my moving average now. Yeah, I could see that. I'm hoping it doesn't form a trend here. We'd love to see it get rejected and break this little mini trend it's trying to create. NAOV is still dropping. If it gets to this 4 even range, I will close out. Probably like 406. Even though I should hold on. I don't know. I'm sticking to my rules. I usually close most of my position at the 200. So I'm going to do that for this one. Big red candle on KIDZ. Hope it can recover. And speaking of recovering, ZCAR is trying to hold over VWAP. Locate fees for ZCAR, $132 for 100 shares. Wow. All eyes on ZCAR for me. And I'm a fanboy of KIDZ. I'm rooting for it to steal attention away. I want it to keep making new highs. Kid's still looking very bullish though. Let me look at what, just out of curiosity. So KIDS, it actually has a much bigger float, 8 million float. Market cap is 53 million. Cash flow positive company. Yeah, ZCAR looks like the more trash of a company. Jeez, it's popping again. Did anybody figure out why this is pumping? I still don't see any news. Is this just a Discord pump or something? And the reason I want to know that is because some of y'all know I can be high risk at times. But I mean, my win rates, you can check on Kinfo, it's 92% on the year. So I say high risk, but there's a strategy behind it, because if they pump and there's no news, they usually come right back. So I'll let them play a little more, but I really don't want to have to factor that in the equation today. I would prefer it just to fail, because it's going to come back down. I mean, nothing has changed for this company. I can't find any news. They don't have that much cash, less than 1% institutional ownership. It's not a good company. But the part that is not ideal is it's a extremely tiny market cap. Market cap, yeah, but that doesn't concern me too much. Extremely small float. And the borrow fee and the locate fee is so expensive, so a lot of shorts might not be jumping in because of that, and the shorts will apply some downward pressure on the stock. So those two factors are not the best. I still feel good about the position, but I'm just trying to be honest. The pros and the cons of this trade. I would still consider it a trade, because I have a good entry. You can see where I entered at, or right here. So if it starts looking bullish, I'll decide what my next move is, but right now I'm feeling pretty good. I want it to break this little trend it's creating though. NAOV, getting closer to my cover. KIDZ, let's go KIDZ, let's break some new highs. KIDZ, I think, made a new high. Yes, good, 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 good. $21 million shares have been traded of KIDZ. Seems like every time it breaks a new high, I see a red candle for ZCAR. But ZCAR is a fighter, man. It is hanging in there. But yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna let this one play. If it even breaks a new high, I might hold until it tests another like key level, like 12 or something. I'm gonna risk a little bit on this one because it's gonna give it all back. It's just when is it gonna give it all back? But it's looking a little bullish right now. Making the watch list is sent out to the group, the circle group. It's pretty simple today though. Mostly gonna keep an eye on the three I've been looking at: NAOV, ZCAR, and KIDZ. I don't see NAOV bounce. I mean, I think it's unlikely that this one bounces, but it might. But obviously ZCAR and KIDZ, I'm just staying away from this one, to be honest, unless it drops substantially. And then if it tries to test a new high again, I'll hop in. But as of right now, I'm staying away from KIDZ. It's struggling to stay above 10 though. That's a good sign, but I mean, this pattern, I'd be lying to say, doesn't look like it's kind of flagging a little bit. But with a float like this, probably two scenarios will happen. It'll either break a new high pretty quick, or it will drop at market open quick. I mean, I don't think it's just going to hang out at this level very long. It's probably going to tell us which direction it's heading pretty quick after the market opens. Not seeing much in the chat. What do y'all think is going to happen with ZCAR? Am I the only one in this one? Back above 10. This is going to get interesting. I don't really like interesting, to be honest. I would like IVF. You probably heard me yesterday. I was super confident about that one. This one, not so much. Not so much. The one thing I am confident is it will go down. It will go right back to where it started, but is it going to run before it does that? But luckily I'm not in a very big position, so. But I would love to see it tank because it could give back a lot of gains. Okay. Looking bullish going into market open, broke a new high. Let's see what it does. I'm still in it. I'm gonna let it play some. Till it can prove it can hold over. So this candle right here is pretty important. If I stay in it or not. Yeah, no, it could definitely squeeze. For sure. I'm trying to see if it'll prove that it can hold over 10 though, because it has yet to close a candle over 10. Dang. Yeah, no, and listen, this is not really a plug, but I do have an affiliate link in my description, and there are a few perks. You get a bonus discount on locate fees and free software. I personally like TradeZero a lot because I usually can get locates very easy, and I have very few issues. And they've won like best short selling broker like the last 5 years. So it's not just my opinion. They keep continuously getting voted best short selling broker. Okay, the market will open in about 20 seconds. I'm hoping this one falls below 10. Let's see. I'm gonna be honest, I'm probably going to let this one play a little. I haven't had a red day in a while. I don't want it to happen today, but I want to see this. I want this one to prove its move. What's kids doing? Come on. I've heard that from someone else about interactive brokers. I actually have them, but I don't use them anymore because of that reason. The interactive brokers, they do a lot. They're good at a lot of things, where TradeZero just focuses, like their main focus is short selling. So that's all I mostly do. So that's why I use them. Okay, it's below 10. Let's halt down, baby. Come on. It's far from a halt down, but that's what I'm rooting for. I would love to see a halt down. Come on. Is kids recovering any? Oh, hit my my profit zone for NAOV. That calls for a bear grow. ZCAR is making new highs. This is not a good sign at all. So I'm down about 500. Did it hold up? I hope not. I think it might have. That's not a good sign. But like I said, I'm gonna let this one play. Do not recommend this, but if y'all want some entertainment value, I'm about to let this one play a little. It's got to prove some things to me. I'm not going to re-enter at any level. I just want to see if it can hold. Again, do not recommend what I'm doing right now, but I've done this quite a bit, so I'm going to let it play. Because I'm only in 300 shares. But a good teaching moment for NAOV. These are obviously the less high risk strategies whenever it falls below VWAP. It almost always hits the 200 EMA, especially if it pops in between 4 to 8. So kids, what is it doing? Kids is kind of hanging in its little range. Uh-oh, looks like it might give back some of its gains. I might have picked the wrong one this morning. So ZCAR looking like it's going to open around 1150. And again, like I said, like I'm almost y'all going to see a little bit more high risk side of me. So after the first halt up, a lot of times it'll halt right back down. So that's what I'm gonna wait to see. If it starts continuing to go up, obviously I'm going to get out of this one, but I want to see what it does after this halt. And I have a pretty big risk tolerance since I'm only in 300 shares. So kids has fallen below VWAP. This might not be a bad entry, honestly, if it holds under it. And for y'all that's new, I like if it falls under VWAP, which it's not doing right now, I will, and closes the 5 minute candle, I will enter, and usually it'll come down. But if it doesn't come down, sometimes it'll pop one more time, and then I'll re-enter on the pop as well to get my average up. So I'll be keeping an eye on kids. But as of right now, it hasn't fallen below VWAP. But it's trying.
Kids.
And that alert you're hearing is the fall below VWAP alert. And again, I want to make it very clear, this is not, what I'm about to do with ZCAR is not typically my strategy, but this would be a good spot to just get out, take a small loss, live to fight another day. But I'm feeling a little bit more high risk today, so I want to see what it does. If I was in
MOGU.
If I was in a bigger position, I wouldn't be doing this. Okay, we got an alert. MOGU.
Kids.
Oh, what is this? This is no volume. I'm not interested. Come on, red candle. Red candle. Oh, come on. Drop, Father. Halt down, please. Not a good sign.
Kids. ZCAR.
I'm watching it on my mobile if you see me looking down. So I can mark it out of it if I need to. But I had a 4K day Monday, and well, I made all last 3 days have been profitable, but Monday was my best day, so I'm willing to play around with this one a little bit. But if it breaks above 13, I'm gonna get out, and it's doing it, but it didn't hold. Let's see. Like I said, I wasn't super confident in this play, but I was hoping it might still play out.
kids,
This kid's falling below VWAP. So kids has fallen below VWAP. I took a little position here. Since ZCAR is trying to wreck me this morning.
kids,
So kids will be the focus. ZCAR didn't play out. That's how it happens sometimes. But this one has fallen below VWAP. So I put an entry here, and I'll be looking for another entry if it pops. But there's a good chance that it could just keep falling down. So but yeah, I closed out a ZCAR. Unfortunately, did not play out how I wanted it to. But it's looking very bullish, so live to fight another day. Negative on the day, but actually I thought it was gonna be way worse than that. Not even a grand though. So like I said, made 4K Monday, 2K yesterday. Can't remember what I made Tuesday. So still way up on the month or on the week, but
kids,
I'm going to be going to be keeping an eye on it though, because it will fail at some point. But I just don't feel like trying to ride through this one. Yeah, no. Honestly, the old me would still be in it, but I am trying to limit my JT. Yeah, I'm trying to limit my big losses these days because I win consistently. So I'm trying to not let a big loss wipe me out. So I'm going to keep an eye on ZCAR. It's looking like it'll open around 14 bucks. So I'm glad I got out. And kids will be the play of the day. I was due for a red pre-market, but honestly, I'm not even down a grand. There's a good chance I'll make that back by the end of the day if there's a decent alert. And if kids pops up to this range again, this 250 to 260 range, I will be entering very heavy. And then if it breaks the high, then obviously I'll get out. Dang, there's no shares available for kids either. Locates have been, well, I might not enter heavy unless I can find some locates on KIDZ.
Kids.
Well, this is my first red live stream on Google, or well, technically Google, YouTube. Not happy about it, but that's part of the game. Part of it. So your next level on ZCAR is 1435. Dang, I wish I could get some more locates on KIDZ though. It's funny, I've gotten just got an alert from YouTube that I got a few more subscribers. I appreciate it, guys. This is not the of all the days to get subscribers, today wasn't the most exciting, but or wasn't the most lucrative, but that's okay. Just looking at levels at ZCAR. Well, I'll live stream a little bit longer and then I'm probably going to bounce. But as you know, the main focus is ZCAR. What's ZCAR doing now? I'm glad I got out. I can't get any more locates on ZCAR, can't get any more locate. And I was just talking about how good TradeZero is, and I do like TradeZero, but if TradeZero doesn't have any locates, probably nobody has locates then. Because I usually can get locates from TradeZero. Oh, I can get locates on KIDZ now. ZCAR might hold up again. I think it just did. Jeez. Yeah, there's going to be an opportunity with ZCAR at some point, though. I mean, 4 to 15. And these, and I'm going to be honest with this strategy, like, I win a lot, 92% to be exact. But there are outlier plays like this. So it is what it is. No strategy is perfect. I think you'll have a hard time finding somebody with a higher winning strategy than 92%. And I don't mean that to be cocky. I'm just confident in shorting. A lot of people that short have really high win rates, but it's about the losses. Don't let them get too out of control. I probably should have got out as soon as it broke a new high, but again, I let them play because a lot of times after it halts up, it'll halt right back down. Not today, but still very, very manageable loss. This is not bad. I mean, like, it's less than $1,000 on the day. I made more than that times 4 on Monday, times 2 yesterday, and I can't remember what I made Tuesday. Totally forgot what my green day was. So I can live with this, but I'm glad I got out when I did. But it's still disappointing because obviously we don't trade to have red days. So KIDZ is popping a little bit. And I entered another one position on this pop. And if it gets up to 260 or 259, 269, I will enter some more. This is the one that's probably going to get rejected. Or break a new high and halt up too.
Kids.
Jesus Christ. Okay. Blew right through that pre-market. Oh, it didn't hold up. Thank God. Okay. It could probably fail right here, so. Or did it hold up? I'm so confused. Yes, it's holding. These things are acting up today. Whew. So I'm going to good learning experience today for everyone. So I'm definitely going to see if this one halts down. But again, I'm not in that big of a position, so not too concerned. It's crazy, both these things. Neither one of them rejected. See how much I can see how much I can lose today. I guess that's the live stream for today. I was not expecting this one to hold up, I'm gonna be honest. But let's see what it does after it unholds. Because this one's a big. This might be the one I let play even more than the other one because it's up 140. Well, ZCAR is up 291 now, 291%. Wow, that's crazy. Yeah, no, that is a good sign, Alex. Like I was saying, it kind of correlates to the locate fees too. That's why they're expensive. That's why there's not many of them. So that's a advantage for the bulls for sure. Yeah, I saw that news. It's the lately the last month or so, if it's affiliated with crypto, they usually pump. But they usually come crashing back down too. But yeah, KIDZ, I think it had some Solana affiliation news or something. Were they like stockpiling it? This seems to have been the theme lately. They'll say they're stockpiling Solana. Oh wait, it says class over holdings proceeds will be used for working capital and acquisitions. Yeah, I see it. that's the most fluff news. They've seen other things run when they drop Solana news. Okay, now ZCAR looks like it might be halting down. If you're still in it, you might get saved here. Thanks, Katie. No, it's all good. Yeah, no, it's part of it. Yeah, but I'm glad you've been on the live stream the last 3 days. I appreciate it. Hope you're subscribed too. Well, since you're commenting, I think you have to be. Okay, kids unhalted, and it's still going.
Kids.
Jeez, ooh, it's starting to get out of control. So this candle is a big candle. We'll see what happens. Obviously, my losses are a little bit bigger than I prefer it to be now, but I'm gonna see what this candle does. Because like I said, y'all have heard me, I am a little aggressive. I turned last month, if you were in my circle group, you saw me turn 25K to 50K in 13 days, 13 trading days. So you don't do that without being a little aggressive. So I'm gonna let this one play around a little bit and see what it does. Luckily for this one, the locates are cheap, but earlier there weren't very many, or it wasn't allowing me to locate. Yeah, still let me. You can get 1,000 shares for 20 bucks. Yeah, I would highly recommend not jumping in now for kids. Again, I can't give advice, financial advice, but it's showing bullish tendencies. I'm holding on because I'm in it, but you can see I'm not adding to it. But I got a market order if I need to slap it to get out of this one. Yeah, rough day today. So I just market ordered, covered some, just so if I do take a loss, it's not gonna be as big. But I'm still in 1,700 shares. Do you know how to see when a halt is done? Yeah. So, on one of the TradeZero, one of their platforms tell you, And there's other websites that track this. Let me see. Halts. I forget which one I used to use. I usually just wait for it. So there's a NASDAQ halt tracker. I can drop it in the link in the chat. Kids, this would be nice to see this fail. No, this isn't it. I used to look at it in TradeZero. One of the platforms, if it was, I think it was ZeroPro. But yeah, you might have to do some research. I don't know exactly, unless somebody on this chat knows how to find it. Oh, and I think Momo, that alert, Mometrics or whatever it's called, they track it as well. But I don't usually stay that close to it. Yeah, does the NASDAQ halt tracker show it? I can't, because I quickly clicked it, but I'm not sure. It didn't look very helpful to me. Would love to see kids. Man, I would love to see it halt down right here. And it's after 10. This is usually when I stop streaming, but I'll stay on a few more minutes to see what kids how it ends up. ZCAR should be unhalting pretty soon though. It might just dance around this level for a little bit. Oh, ZCAR, dang. Kind of wish I would have held on to it now, but let's see what it does. So now we know where a high is. But it's like impossible to get shares on ZCAR right now. But So a small entry around 15.50 to 16 wouldn't be bad. Yeah, I don't know where to direct you, Alex. One of the trading platforms I use in TradeZero um, showed it. Oh, Trade Halt Tracker, volatilitytrading.net. Let's see. Volatility trading.net. And Bazinga Pro definitely does it too, but that's pretty expensive. Oh, I think I found one. Let's see. Yeah, so I'll drop it in the chat. But anyways, I think that's all for today. I think this will fail at some point, and I have a pretty big position in it. So this could recover some of the ZCAR losses, or it could stay bullish. But not the best trading day, but that's part of the game. So unfortunately, ZCAR got the best of me, but hoping for the best with kids. If you're not a part of the circle group, you should join. I'll update y'all with how this one goes. And yeah, I will try. I think I'm on a live stream tomorrow as well, especially after I don't want to end on a red day. So on that note, look forward to seeing y'all tomorrow. Hopefully a better day, and talk soon.